Up until now, in our instructional series, you've seen me using the GR-100. It's the body with the 3 legs we talked about, the balance support, and of course a handle. That's the GR-100 model. The GR-200 model is the same body, the same balance support, the same handle, but also comes with the stabilizing plate and the adjustable spacer. This is the GR-200. So the 100 is just the body by itself. The 200 is the same body with the 2 accessories. So let's take a look at what these accessories can do and help you decide whether the 100 or the 200 is best for your needs. I've explained to you how the balance support can be placed against the fence to guide your gripper and give you a little bit of extra capacity underneath the gripper when you're ripping. But you also have the ability to connect the stabilizing plate to your gripper using the balance support, and in that case actually extend the capabilities of ripping out to about 9 inches wide. Now there aren't that many situations where you'd want to use that, but if you're cutting veneers or laminates or thin plastics and don't want them to ride up over the blade, then using the stabilizing plate with the gripper gives you the ability to do that kind of work. Now here I've got a piece that I want to resaw 3/8 of an inch wide. I've got my blade set up so that it's just coming out of the top of the material, and I've got my gripper with the 1/4 inch leg on one side of the cut, the center leg adjusted so that it'll pass by the blade, and I've got my balance support holding everything in place. Seems like a good solution to the problem, except there's really nothing to keep this piece from moving at the bottom. It can rock out, especially once the cut starts. And I want to make sure that I'm going to hold this in place. I can solve this problem with the stabilizing plate. I can adjust it so that it's touching the bottom of my part, not pressing it into the blade, but just holding it in place. And now I've got that cut set up, and I'm using my stabilizing plate very much like a featherboard. Now sometimes you want to take a more aggressive cut on a smaller piece. I've got my gripper set up, but every time this bit comes around from the inside of the fence, it's going to want to push that piece out a little bit, and I want to make sure it stays good and tight on the fence. My stabilizing plate has one flat side, and the other side has a hook. And I'm going to use the hook side to not only hold the piece tight against the fence, but also to prevent it from kicking back if I catch a knot or something else unexpected happens. So again, I can just slip it into place, line it up where I want it, lock it down, readjust my gripper, and now we're ready to make this cut. The adjustable spacer attaches to the side of the gripper using the same fittings that the balance support does. And because the gripper is reversible, the fittings are on both sides so that you can attach the adjustable spacer where needed. Now previously we had discussed how using just the gripper body by itself, you could cut out to about 3 1/4 inches with the 1/4 inch leg on the outside and still have the blade go under the gripper and a leg on each side. With the adjustable spacer added to the rip fence side, you can actually increase that dimension out to just about 4 1/4. And if you wanted to rip a rather large part out toward that outer limit of 3 1/4, you only have the 1/4 inch leg trying to control this large off-fall piece. And that might not be enough. But by adding the adjustable spacer to the outside of my gripper, the non-rail side, I can add a significant amount of green grip material that will help me control that off-fall as I make my cut. Now here at my router table, I want to put a roundover detail on the edge of this part. But if I use my gripper in the normal fashion, it's actually going to come in contact with the top part of the bit, which extends over the top of my material. And I don't want to do that. So here I've added the adjustable spacer, but with the green grip material up and mounted as high as it will go, which gives me a space through which my bit can travel without touching my gripper. So now I can mill this part and not damage my grippers in doing it. Now I've shown you just a few of the uses that the stabilizing plate and the adjustable spacer that come with the GR-200 can be used for. And there are lots more. Now if you own a GR-100 and wish to upgrade to a GR-200, the good news is that there is an upgrade kit available. You can buy just the stabilizing plate and adjustable spacer with all the hardware in our upgrade kit that will turn your GR-100 into the GR-200.